Hello again, Kids Town. Welcome back to another Bible story time. This week we are in 2 Kings chapter 4, and we're going to read about how God will perform miracles to meet our needs. Let's enjoy this story together.
Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Taken from 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 through 7, from the perspective of Elisha. I think God kind of likes surprises. You never know what creative new way God's going to use to give you what you need. Take this poor widow I just met. Her husband died and left her with a lot of debt. The banker wanted his money, and soon he even threatened to take her 2 sons and sell them as slaves. But she was broke. All she had was 1 little jar of olive oil. So she asked me for help. I knew God would come to her rescue. I told her to borrow as many jars as she could find, from friends, neighbors, anyone who had an extra jar or 2 sitting around. Then I told her to pour the oil from her 1 jar into all the empty jars. She poured and poured and poured and poured and poured. Her boys kept bringing her more and more jars, and her 1 little jar filled every container to the brim. Surprise! Now you and your sons can sell the oil and pay your debts, I said. You'll even have some left over to live on. God could have met her needs in 100 different ways, but he surprised her with more than she ever expected. Don't you love happy endings? That 1 little jar of oil turned into a fountain of joy for that poor widow and her boys. God's love works the same way. God keeps pouring his love into your life, and it never runs out. God met that widow's needs, and God meets your needs too. Name some of the needs you have in your family. Then pray to God and ask for help. You might be surprised by what God does.